bouncing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on the feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's up, everybody? It is Monday, March the 13th, 2023, and we are kicking off NFL free agency. Let's go. Next time. Oh yeah. And Aaron Rodgers might be gone. Wait a minute. The Aaron Rodgers stuff might be whack. It might be fake out. It might be fake out. Hello, good morning. What's up, everybody? We need the air horn for Monday. Let's go. So the Aaron Rodgers stuff, I don't know if it's official. According to Ian Rappaport, says, I wish it did. I wish something had happened, but nothing has happened. That came out just a minute ago. So the Aaron Rodgers stuff has not been official. It's not been official. But what's up, y'all? What's up? I got the lights on just in case we got to break some news. We got y'all in the building. What's up, everybody? What's going on, Mr. Poole? We got the crazy dude, 12, Jamie Ward, Log Branch. Every time I hear your name, bro, I think of a deuce. But it ain't your name. It's just when I think of a log, bro. A log branch. Cam Sutton signing. Absolutely. We brought back Craig Reynolds and Isaiah Buggs. What's up, Doc? Can we rock? Steelers Nation Australia is up early over there. What is it, bro? 7 a.m.? You missed a lot of stuff, man. Sucks we couldn't get Jalen Ramsey, but I'm so hyped to get Cam. I feel the same way as you do. Braylon says, welcome to Detroit, Cam Sutton. Yeah, Fearless is not official yet. It's not official yet. It has not been made official. We have not heard it from Don said it. But they are getting it from some dude named Wing Oz. I know it's that time, but we got to be careful though, man, because if you jump on this stuff too early, you look like a fool. Oh, the birds woke you up. Hey, yeah, bro. Hey, what's the name of that bird I call it the who bird. It's always like, who. I hate that bird, bro. I hate that bird. That bird is all, ooh. What is the name of that bird, bro? What's up, Aaron? What is going on, man? So, according to Wing Oz says it's done, but it hasn't broken yet. It has not broken yet. Okay, so before we get started, I got to give some love to Craig Reynolds. Craig, no, it's not an owl, bro. That's not an owl. That cannot be an owl, bro. He makes the that's what they are. It's not an owl, bro. Owls don't really who like that. It ain't like who. They don't. That's TV owls. Hey, no, AC, we have not, bro. And I was gonna talk about that. Let me. I got the lights on. Let me show y'all so y'all can see your boy. so y'all can see your boy. You see your boy? Your boy ready to break it. I'm ready to break it. Eventually, I'm going to be on camera, but not today. So I'm ready. Soon as we get some news, man, I'm breaking that joint. I'm popping up, and we talking about it. But I kind of like the radio. I'm here. I'm gone. I'm here. I'm gone. We going to talk about it, man. Let's have some fun. All right, so first and foremost, I got to get some love to Craig Reynolds. The Lions signed Craig Reynolds, and I forgot to mention him in my video. Robin says it's a dove. That's a dove, bro. Man, if I had a BB gun, I'm not a violent guy, but the ooh, 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 I cannot stand the mourning dove. The mourning dove, bro. You be like, shut up. See, I thought it was the mating. I thought they was mating. I'm like, y'all mating every day. I thought it was the mating call, like, But listen, the Detroit Lions made some moves today, man. They made some moves, quietly brought back Craig Reynolds, quietly brought back, that's a dove, bro. I did not know that. That ain't what, so, hey, Prince lied, bro. Prince lied. Prince said, this is what it sounds like when doves cry. He forgot to, could you imagine if the song went a different way? Like, this is what it sounds like with the morning dove. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Anyway, let's have some fun, y'all. Let's have some fun today. The Lions, man, they bring back Craig Reynolds. We signed Isaiah Bucks. Isaiah Bucks to a nice little deal, bro. Nice little deal. This look, that's now y'all gonna all be, it's gonna be in your head. This is what it sounds like. Hey, shout out to Prince, bro. Prince was a treasure. Prince was an absolute treasure, man. All right, so let me bring up Brad Holmes, man. Brad Holmes is kind of a G. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole, man. Always keeps me up on this stuff. First of all, everybody's making moves. Listen, we got to be careful. Brad Holmes, the pressure is on Brad Holmes because the Chicago Bears, they're going to be a problem, okay? The Chicago Bears are going to be a problem. It's not going to be this year. It may not be next year. But the Chicago Bears are going to be a problem. They doing that thing. They doing something over there. And we going to have to do it right. We going to have to be careful, okay? So the Fresh and Fly says the Bears will be a problem in 1 to 2 years. What's up, Hatter? Says let Holmes cook. I agree. You know, Jerome, what's up, Jerome? I disagree with you. I disagree with you because if we okay, this is why I disagree. I didn't say I didn't have faith in Brad Holmes. I said the pressure is on Brad Holmes. Let me tell you what I mean. The pressure, Green Bay is all but falling apart. Their entire team is going to look different next year or this coming season. The Minnesota Vikings, you know what they did today? They signed a tight end. They signed a tight end to a 3-year, $21 million deal. The Minnesota Vikings are trying to trade away Dalvin Cook. They might even go with Alexander Madison. They cut Adam Thielen. They're not going to be an issue, okay? Now, let's move to the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears had the first pick in the draft. Since we've been on, they've traded that pick. They've gotten 3 picks and a player, right? 3 picks and a player, something like that. It's like 4 or 5 picks. Some 4 or 5 different entities, okay? They had the most cap space in the NFL at $100 million. They're making moves. The pressure absolutely is on Brad Holmes, 100%. And what I mean by pressure is we have a chance to take over the NFC North. It's all lining up. We cannot let the Bears, who are putting pressure on the Detroit Lions, overtake us. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So y'all confusing faith in Brad Holmes. And listen, the same way there's pressure on Jared Goff to perform at a high level, there's pressure on Brad Holmes. Absolutely. And I'm not talking about being fired. I'm talking about pressure to improve. And if you don't believe that, then you're not watching the same league that I am. You know why today is a frenzy? Today is a frenzy because teams are trying to get better. They're trying to get better. The 49ers are better. They signed a huge free agent today. They're better. Their defense was already scary. They're better. Okay? So we got to be real. We have to be real. There is pressure on Brad Holmes, pressure to make this team better. Okay? Come on, y'all. I understand we in love, but you know what? Some of y'all was the same ones that was like, in Patricia we trust. Y'all remember the hat? Y'all remember the shirt y'all used to wear? Believe in the beard? Come on, man. Come on, y'all. I understand we see the good. I'm not trying to point out the bad. I'm just saying the man has pressure to perform. He has pressure. You don't think hitting in the draft is pressure? Absolutely. What's up, Aaron? What you say, bro? Jimmy G to the Raiders. No, that's facts, bro. $65 million, if that's what you meant. But here's Isaiah Buggs, and this, but to go with what y'all was saying, let Brad cook. Absolutely. Brad has won my trust. He has earned it because the way that he does these things is it gives you faith, okay? Now, we're going to talk about DJ Chark and Jamaal Williams because it is quiet on those fronts. We've got mad rumors that the Cincinnati Bengals are trying to take him away from us, okay? The Cincinnati, I'm like, bruh, y'all got Mixon, y'all got P. Ryan. I know he's a free agent, but still. Y'all leave our dude alone, right? But kudos to them. And kudos to Jamaal for upping his stock. That's what you do. That's what you do, right? So, and then DJ Chark. And here's the thing, though. The question, and I'm not trying to create anything, but I know y'all asking the same questions, right? We signed a external. After we did 2 internal players, we did an external player in Cam Sutton. We gave him 3 years, $33 million with 22 guaranteed, which averages about $11 million a year. Now, the contract hasn't been broken down that I've seen. If I get that information, I'll let you know. But now you're wondering, remember we came into today with $18 million. Brad, listen to how Isaiah Buggs, the contract is broken up. Listen to this. Isaiah Buggs, 2 years, right? He got $6 million. At least I believe it is. Okay, 4.5. He got $1 million signing bonus. He got 2.1 in total guarantees. He gets $8,824 per game roster bonus in 2024. Up to $750K in playing time incentive each year, and a workout bonus of $100,000 each year. His base, okay, is $1.1 million fully guaranteed. His base, that's for 2023. His base for 2024 is $2.5 million. Right? So first I thought it was 6 years, but now I see 4.5. I'm sorry, 6 million. But look at that. 1.1 fully guaranteed for this year, 2.5 next year. Right? So what is that? What is it? Let me see what Over the Cap says that we have right now after signing Buggs. So I brought that up because Lions ain't done. And I don't know what Cam, like what it breaks down to. You got the incentives, the signing bonus, all that stuff. What's up, Vash? Fresh and Fly says, why not bring Golladay to fill Chark's deep threat role on a prove-it deal? Not saying I want him back for nostalgia purposes, but he's cheap. Fresh and Fly, you know what, bro? I'm not even mad at you for saying that. I'm not. I don't know if that is the best thing. You know what I mean? Where is the... Okay, there it is, right in front of my face. All right, so according to Over the Cap, has this been... Oh, wow, it has. Check this out. Listen to this. According to Over the Cap, which is pretty recent, they're pretty good. The Lions, right now, currently after signing... Well, I don't know if Sutton is in here. I don't know if Sutton is in here. But before Sutton, I think 17 million is what we have. So Jerome says Golladay to the no. Golladay can't get separation. Mr. Poole says if Holmes gets Golladay, lets Golladay walk, why would he actively be trying to bring him back? Well, I mean, it's, you know what? Listen, and let me defend Fresh and Fly real quick. Fresh, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you in the sense I understand your logic. I don't think that's going to happen, but there you go. Cheaper deal. When Golladay left, remember Golladay was big-headed. He was big-headed. The Lions, the rumor was that they offered him a 3-year deal, but he wanted a 4-year deal. The Giants gave him a 4-year deal. They cut him after 2. So Golladay was humbled. He not going to be that same Kenny G that he was when he left the D. Now, listen, do I want Kenny Golladay back? I mean, look, we had Brashard Perriman. You know what I'm saying? If Kenny Golladay came back for a throwaway deal, I'm not. Why not? Why not? I mean, he going to get cut anyway. I mean, I don't think you can be too deep at receiver. Look what happened to us last year, right? So I'm not saying that I want Kenny Golladay back. I'm not saying, but I wouldn't be upset because we are talking about trusting Brad Holmes. So if he did bring Kenny Golladay back, it would have to be on a Holmes deal where, you know, we trusted it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at you, Fresh and Fly. I see what you're saying. You see, would I do it? I don't know. Probably not. He'll be last on my list. What's up, Eric? Says Golladay, if anything, just happy for Golladay commercials with Merry Christmas. Yeah, you notice he ain't been in nothing since he left. Young punk. You ain't. He brought back Jarrad Davis and he ended up starting on the Giants. Oh, Mr. Get. Listen, bro. I ain't never seen you before. And I don't know what you're trying to do here. You're trying to troll. He ended up saying, the Giants are dumb. They gave Daniel, like, that's not even a thing, bro. He ended up starting for the Giants, but he didn't start for us here. And we had the worst linebackers. Bro. So that's not really a thing. The Giants are dumb. Like, we had Alex Anzalone, Chris Board. Everyone started before Jarrad Davis. And, ooh, he's over there. We'll go late. I'm messing with you, bro. But come on, man. So reports are that Bobby Wagner, if Bobby Wagner goes back to the Seattle Seahawks, I'm going to lose respect. I'm going to lose respect for B-Wags, bro. You go to a team that cuts you after 10 years and you running back to them? What's that Ashanti song? See, my days are done without you and my son is something without you. Man, they wore that song out. What, foolish? I keep on running back to you. Come on, man. It's 32 other teams, 31 other teams, 30 other teams you can go to. Why are you going back? Come on, man. Hey, Braylon, that moment was pretty good, bro. The goofy impression, that was probably the best one I've done. And I bet you I couldn't do it again. All right, so we got some Sutton inquiries. Sutton is a true number 1 QB in Detroit's system. Yes, a massive upgrade to the DBs. Anyway, yeah. Steelers Nation is up early. in our chat, as Steelers fan, he's sick about it. I got another message from our former teammate, Owen. Owen was like, man, he's devastated. So, Now, I do have my Twitter account open for any potential news, but now we are trying to figure out, just like y'all are. What's up, Lions Manny? We all thinking this, so don't lie, say you're not, okay? But we all thinking this. What's up with DJ Chark and Jamaal? That's what we want to know. Now, the Lions this was the most, like the biggest ripple that they've made outside of the Jared Goff trade in the entire Brad Holmes regime. All right, so the Lions we knew this already, have tendered the following exclusive rights free agents: Scott Daly, Benito Jones, Anthony Pittman. I felt like this happened Saturday. Brock Wright, Zane Zylstra. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this because I feel like we need to talk about it while we waiting on some more Lions stuff to talk about. Let's come back to DJ Chark. We'll come back to DJ Chark, and we'll come back to Jamaal Williams. But let's get this out the way. Let's get this out the way. Let me see if I can do this on the fly. I need a producer, man. All right. I'm putting a poll in the chat. All right. Because I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this. All right. Okay. Now, we are going to move on after this, but we got to talk about it, okay? Last night it came out, or yesterday afternoon, that the Detroit Lions missed out on Jalen Ramsey, okay? And I'm kind of sick about it because I was hoping to be right. You know, one thing about this on this platform is we don't have any insiders, so we're basing all of our predictions off of what we hear from the insiders, what we know of the team, and then we do that. Now, in this case, almost doesn't count. I would have loved to have been right, but the Detroit Lions did not get Jalen Ramsey, but the rumors are coming out that we were pretty much the second team. And it all boiled down to Jalen Ramsey choosing the Miami Dolphins. Okay? Now, darn, I'm glad I wouldn't record the segment, bro, because you would have messed me up. But I'm going to do this. And this is the last time I'm going to be able to talk about it. So we might as well do this. I am taking a poll in the chat section about Jalen Ramsey. Now, this is the last time we're going to talk about it because I can guarantee you that the next time Jalen Ramsey is on the move, I will not care. I will not care. First of all, Les Snead, he's you can't believe anything he says. Okay? So yesterday, the Miami Dolphins traded for Jalen Ramsey. I'm sorry. They gave up pick number 77 and a tight end that nobody knew existed. But the difference is it was the Miami Dolphins. So Jalen is going to relocate to Miami, get to play with Tyreek Hill, who he lit up in the flag football game. And he got a 2-year, and I want to say it was fully guaranteed, 2-year, fully guaranteed, $36.9 million, somewhere around there. That's something the Lions could not have done. I'm glad they didn't do that. But I'm asking you, how do you feel that the Lions do not have Jalen Ramsey? Yesterday, I was irritated for a bit, maybe about an hour or so. But once I hear that you don't want to be here, I don't want you here. And that goes to along with anybody. I don't care who you are. The moment I hear you don't want to, that his preferred destination was Miami. I mean, I understand that it's Miami, Florida. They don't have a state income tax. It's Miami, Florida. Have you been to Miami, Florida? Shout out to Wet Willie's on Miami Beach. So I get it. I get the appeal. Maybe he has some family down there. And now that we have Cam Sutton, I truly believe that the Detroit Lions were just as much in the running for Jalen Ramsey as everyone says. And I think it came down to two things. And this is actually, Jalen Ramsey would have made an immediate impact on the game. And ironically, he's a twinge older than Cam. I think Cam is 28. He's been in the league the same amount of years as Cam. But he's considerably less expensive. If you look at it, Jalen Ramsey got a 2-year deal, $18 million guarantee, which is what the rumors were coming out that he wanted his contract reworked. Right? That's right around what he was supposed to get this year. I think it's $1 million more and a guaranteed same amount for next year. Cam Sutton, I don't know what it breaks down to as far as exactly, but it averages to $11 million a year. So that's about $7 million less than what Jalen Ramsey would have cost. It saddens me in a way because I think he would have made a considerable impact to the team. But on the other hand of that, I'm excited because it reaffirms what we already knew, that Brad Holmes is not going to cripple the team. We already knew that. Remember a particular player that we got and who was completely overrated when we got him? His name is Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers played one game for the Miami Dolphins. One game. Trey Flowers never had more than 7.5 sacks as a Detroit Lion. And we overpaid for him. He did not produce at all. In the comment section, what would you say Trey Flowers, what would you have paid Trey Flowers for what he did as a Detroit Lion? So I think Jalen Ramsey would have been solid, but I'm happy. I'm happy with the fact that Brad didn't overpay. I only wanted him. The compensation, though, as far as the draft, that would have been fantastic. That we would have given, bro. We would have, look, I would have thrown in Jamar Jackson or Jamar Jefferson. Hey, take Jamar Jefferson, take Zane Zylstra, and take our third-round pick. We got Jalen Ramsey, 2 firsts, 2 seconds. So let me see what the chat is saying. What is the consensus? We have 46 votes, and it's split almost down the middle. 52% says yes, they are happy that they didn't get him. We, as in the Detroit Lions, and 48% say no. Wow, that is closer than I thought it was going to be. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from Cam Sutton. He is a Detroit Lion, and I am happy about it. He's one of the guys that we have been talking about up there with Jamil Dean and Jalen Ramsey. So we got one of the top 3 corners, if not the top 2 on the market. So let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, I did see that. Shout out to Mr. Poole and the folks in the chat. Von Bell is going to the Panthers, per Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. Hey, the Panthers, man, they ain't playing no games. They ain't playing no games. Now, Durr says they traded a bag of chips and a soda for an impact player. They did, and that's what a lot of Lions fans were saying, like, well, why didn't we do that? And I think it boils down to 2 things. It was the money that Jalen Ramsey, because if I'm not mistaken, his entire contract is guaranteed, and then you have getting tweets. Man, I feel like a mini insider. I feel like a fake insider. A fake hood insider with grid. Derek, the hood insider. I think it was that and the fact that Jalen didn't want to come here. Yeah, Panthers making moves. What's up, Dylan? What's going on? I watch Rams games. Rams were getting beat a lot. Yeah, so was Darius Slay. I think a lot of corners get beat a lot. Yeah, John, the hood insider, man. And I wonder why they didn't go after Slay. Because nobody wanted Slay but y'all. Y'all the only ones that wanted Darius Slay. I didn't want him at all. Then we got 112 over here. Shout out to y'all. What's up, dogs? What's going on, man? Y'all got to go back and listen to the beginning of the show. Man, oh, man. But listen, so we got to get into it about DJ Chark and Jamaal Williams. Okay, so that's the end of the Jalen Ramsey poll. We have 57 votes, and it's leaning more with you guys are happy we didn't get Jalen Ramsey. Now, I got another question for y'all. How devastated will you be if Jamaal Williams doesn't re-sign with the Detroit Lions? Okay? Camping in the Forest says Slay opens up SOL in an odd way. That is a pretty solid point. Von D, what's up, big dog? Got a good solid corner. He might not be the A-tier corner, but he's right under that. Exactly, Nick. I called him a top-tier mid corner. Third round pick who was able to make more of a name for himself. Braylon says, I'll be devastated. Citadel says, I'll be devastated. And the Dern says, I'll be dancing. Draft Bijan. Now, Shout out to my guy again, Mr. Poole. I'm bittersweet about losing Jamaal, honestly. Jamaal critical for character of the team. Yeah, that's true. And we going to see what Jamaal really made of. Because if you had a choice to play for the Cincinnati Bengals or the Detroit Lions, who are you playing for? Be real now. The Cincinnati Bengals, they're a lot closer than we are. And they did it the right way. They're going to have to pay some people, though. That's coming up real soon. They're going to have to pay some people. But the Cincinnati Bengals are closer than we are. They're going to need a running back. We don't know what's going on with Joe Mixon, and P. Ryan is a free agent. Tremaine Edmonds should be signed next. So I got a question for y'all. Not every player is coming to the Detroit Lions. We know that, but Lions Nation believes that every single player coming to the Detroit Lions. But let's say Shake and Bake says, let Jamaal walk and draft Bijan Robinson. And that is a good point, and that's going to lead me into the next segment. And I want you guys to be very clear of what you want to do. Nope, that wasn't supposed to go like that. Let's do it like this. The Detroit Lions decided to bring in Cam Sutton, and our secondary is immediately improved. That does not mean that we're not going to draft a cornerback in the first round. It's very possible. But let's entertain another scenario. Jamaal Williams is being courted by other teams, as he should. He's expressed over and over again how he wants to be a Detroit Lion. And we're going to see just how much that devotion is tested, because I know you have the Carolina Panthers, you've got the Cincinnati Bengals, you've got teams that probably are willing to pay him, okay? But something came up today, and I want your opinion on this. By the chance that we lose Jamaal Williams, would you consider Austin Ekeler becoming a Detroit Lion? Austin Ekeler has asked for a trade for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. What's going on in Los Angeles? Now, Austin Ekeler is undrafted. I love when undrafted players make names for themselves, and I'm telling you, undrafted players are probably my favorite. They take nothing for granted. They have to work for everything. Austin is a beast. Aaron says no. Braylon says yes, absolutely. I wish I would have put out a poll, but I didn't. Now, the thing about it is, I don't know what his salary is. I don't know what his compensation would be as far as the trade. But could Austin Ekeler be a possibility? I'm not so sure, but would you want him to be, is the question. If we lost Jamaal, why y'all think Bijan must be taken at 6? Depending on what they asking for him in return, he wants a trade because they won't extend him. That's right, Fresh. That is right. I thought we didn't want running Bs that can't hold up an entire season. Eric, we have one right now. So you could be onto something. I want Bijan at 18 if he's still there. I'd rather have King Henry. Well, King Henry going to cost a whole lot more than Austin Ekeler. Austin wants to get paid if we lose Jamaal, draft someone. Well, I'll say it like this. Eventually, Lions fans, you are going to have to pay someone. I hear the word paid a lot. Brett Holmes paid Cam Sutton today. That's how he got Cam Sutton to leave an historic organization like the Pittsburgh Steelers and come to the formerly known as SOL Lions, right? The Lions are going to have to pay somebody. We keep saying draft a running back, draft this, draft that. That's fine. That's fine. But eventually, you're going to have to pay someone, right? I don't want to give up trade capital. Jalen Ramsey was it for me. He was it. Now, if Brad Holmes has something else in mind, or Since y'all think he finessed everyone he trades with, he finesses them, right? So if Brad Holmes was to finesse the Chargers for Austin Ekeler, sure, why not? Why not? We currently don't have. Now, this is all pending a Jamaal Williams exit. Fresh and Fly says trade Swift and pick up draft another RB. I think the Lions are going to do that anyway. Currently, our running back room, if I'm not mistaken, consists of Craig Reynolds, DeAndre Swift, Justin Jackson, and Jamar Jefferson. That ain't no, that's not a special running back room right there. So, I don't know. I mean, if the deal was right, sure. Austin he's a beast, man, for real. 100%. But when it comes to money and capital, I'm not sure that's something the Lions would do. But I wanted to get your opinion on this is all assuming Jamaal leaves. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, I'm getting a little antsy. I'm not going to lie. We knew that it was going to be this type of day for the Lions, but I'm getting a little antsy because of only two players. I'm not like, oh, we got to make some big news. We got to make some big moves, man. It's just like Jamaal and DJ. What's going on? What's happening with those two? That's what I want to know. Free agent nugget to pass along. There's mutual interest in Jamaal Williams running back to Detroit, but a source told me that Buffalo, Cincinnati, and the New York Jets are all interested in the running back. So it looks like it might be up to Jamaal. That's what it looks like. What Jamaal Williams brings is irreplaceable. I believe that. But he might be going to the left. Trade Swift for Okay, just a question I got for y'all. How would you feel if the Lions traded DeAndre Swift? Okay, so coming from Adam Schefter, as we speak, former 49ers defensive tackle Hassan Ridgeway is expected to sign a 1-year, $4 million deal that includes $3 million fully guaranteed with the Texans. And you know what's crazy is that right after the Bengals re-signed Jermaine Pratt, they lost Von Bell. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. Okay, so Zion says I wouldn't mind. Nathan says keep him another year. Okay, question. What would you get if somebody offered you something for DeAndre Swift? What would you take? Love Swift has his jersey, but he can go if we are drafting Bijan. Okay, so where's this Bijan stuff coming from? Dern has been on this for a while. Dern has been talking about Bijan Robinson since like forever. But where is this coming from? Where is this all of a sudden ready to move on from Swift coming from? Elevated says second round. So you would take a second rounder for Swift. Citadel says third. Second or third. I trade him in a heartbeat, says ADHD. Has Swift's ups and downs outright past everyone ever been stopped? Bijan can take over a game. Swift can't. That's the difference. Well, I'll tell you what. If you think Bijan is that guy and you can't pass on him for DeAndre because you have DeAndre. You just can't. Bijan, the closest back to running like Barry Sanders. Swift, massively inconsistent. There you go. And I think as a running back, that is a big deal. Consensus says we're out on Swift. Yeah, I believe so. Elevated says love Swift, but he don't seem to be a dog and honestly don't seem like he want to be here. Hey, that gets this too. I've been saying this forever. You have to be able to stay on the field. If you can't stay on the field, it doesn't matter what you can do. You can't do anything if you're not on the field. Swift is massively inconsistent between the tackles. Today's NFL has an outside RB position to succeed. Trade him to Philly for a third. You know what's funny is that these connections to Philadelphia. Swift has been connected to Philadelphia. We've seen reports before. So reportedly, during the trade deadline, Jamaal Williams was on the trade block to go to Philly. What's going on, Bryant? Braylon says, I'm not giving up on him. So Braylon, let me ask you, and this goes for everybody in the chat. Swift right now is on the last year of his deal. Okay? And I want to ask you, what does Swift have to do to you in order to deserve or earn a second stint in Detroit? Because right now, DeAndre Swift, to me, is gone. Whether it's through a trade or it's at the end of next year, DeAndre Swift is gone. DeAndre Swift has been in the league for 3 years. Okay? Year 1, 114 attempts, 521 yards. This is all rushing. His average is 4.6. He had 8 touchdowns. He had 46 receptions for 357 yards with an average of 7.8 for 2 touchdowns. That's year 1. What's up, J Mommy? What's up, Larry? 2001. 151 attempts for 617 yards, average of 4.1, 5 touchdowns. He had 62 receptions for 452 yards, an average of 7.3 with 2 touchdowns. Year number 3, 99 attempts, 542 yards, and his best average of his career at 5.5. He had 5 touchdowns. He had 48 receptions for 389 yards with an average of 8.1 and 3 touchdowns. In his career, DeAndre Swift has 364 carries for 1,680 yards. He averages 4.6. He does have 18 touchdowns on the ground. Receiving 156 attempts or receptions to 1,198 yards, 7.7 yard average. Do you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like Theo Riddick. That sounds like Theo Riddick, bro. And the thing about it is this is what I want us to do as Lions fans, right? We have to let people go. We can't be caught up in nostalgia. Matthew Stafford, gone. Darius Slay, gone. Quandre Diggs, gone. Possibly Jamaal Williams, DJ Chark, gone. Although if Jared Goff leaves, I'll be hurt. I'll be more hurt when he leaves than Stafford. I really will. But we got to be ready to let people go. DeAndre Swift is Theo Riddick. A little better. We can't keep holding on to people because of potential. We just can't. So the question to you is, Eric says not every RB needs 1,000 yards. Just play your role. He creates matchups that win games. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I want to know. If you are a Swift optimist, put S.O. S.O. in the chat. A Swift pessimist, put S.P. Dustin says Riddick didn't get hurt like Swift does. That's facts. That's facts. Why is it that we can't have a Derrick Henry? You know what I think is funny? Is if you are a running back in the National Football League, you got to be able to do it all. How is it that you are outrushed by Jamaal Williams? When the Lions drafted you, I don't know what they was doing because that's Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn. But this is the thing. We let Swift off the hook. If you are a number 1 running back, you got to be able to run the rock. You have to. I don't care what you do in the flat. All this passing. Listen. DeAndre Swift is a killer in the pass game. Between the tackles, he's not. He's not a dog. He's a poodle. Poodle is a dog. He's not a pit bull. Jamaal Williams is a pit bull. But we don't want to give him the credit. We want to hold on to Swift. Listen, if Bijan runs through them tackles, give me him. Give me him. Barry Sanders could take you outside. He would run up the middle, though. And if you didn't touch Barry Sanders at the line of scrimmage, he was gone. Barry Sanders has the most negative yards of any running back, but he's still the greatest of all time. DeAndre Swift, coming out of college, was never able to carry the load. He can make those runs between the tackles, though, but he's not going to stand up from linebacker safeties. Okay, but then Eric, okay, two things. One, he rarely does that. And two, then he's not for us. We need a running back that's going to – this is what we need to hear. When a running back hits the hole and he hits a linebacker, okay, this is the sound that we need to hear. Jamaal Williams, contact is made. His average is like, I think it's 2.7 yards past the line of scrimmage. And he always gets another yard. Okay, but here's the thing, though. When it comes to Maul, if in any other year, so the question that I have for y'all, which is nobody said, I read off his stats. What does DeAndre Swift need to do for you, Lions fan, to re-sign him? It's okay if Swift is RB2. Let's draft Bijan and have the best running back duo. Hey, Bijan, Williams, and Swift. We had the best running back room in the league. And if Swift goes down, we solid. Still. Okay. All right, now we get somewhere. Ed says 12,000 yards. Dustin says 15 all-purpose yards. Okay. Elijah says the same thing. Okay. So DeAndre Swift in 2022 had 542 plus 389. That's 800. That's 931 all-purpose yards or yards receiving and running. Y'all want him to essentially double that. A little less than that. 1,400 all-purpose yards. The dude, he crossed 1,000 in 2021. He had 617 and 452. So he had 1,069 yards. When Jamaal Williams, the guy that y'all talking about, had 1066 running the ball. Y'all, listen, be ready. Be ready to let Swift go. Okay, let me see. All right, no more real news. Brown center Ethan Pochik to stay in Cleveland. Did y'all hear that the Buccaneers are interested in Baker Mayfield? Holy smokes. I was like, oh my God. That's the one I needed to hear. Oh my God. Baker Mayfield. Like, what are we doing? The Carolina Panthers could move on from Matt Corral. And no, Detroit, he's not coming here. We in a position to draft. If we going to draft somebody, we might as well do it. And I tell you what, Lions, they get Matt Corral or Sam Howell, they ain't drafting nobody. If Bijan gets hurt in the first half of the season, I'm going to be mad at all of you. Well, I mean, injuries happen. And what you going to be mad at if we didn't draft him? Braylon. We didn't draft him. We're just dudes in the basement. We're just guys in the basement. What you going to be mad at us for? We didn't have anything to do with that. But what we talking about is Jamaal Williams. Is DeAndre Swift. Who should we grab for a backup QB? I'm thinking Minshew. It's been real quiet. We going to see. Aaron says the Baker news made me laugh hard at work. Well, listen, I'm not opposed to anybody except one person who is, trying to get their bag if done the right way. And look, Baker did what he needed to do. So I'm not mad at Baker at all. Braylon says I'm saying if we draft, but still, Braylon, we didn't have anything to do with that. We didn't have anything to do. You could say the same thing about Hutch or anybody else. If they get hurt, then we had nothing to. Well, we didn't have anything to do with drafting them. This is what I want. Yeah, Jerome. We said it like 10 minutes ago, bro. What do you think? What do you think is the likelihood of Hendon Hooker and the Detroit Lions in probably the middle rounds or at least the 5th round? I think that if the Lions don't go with him as their 3rd round pick, then they may have to trade up. Baker on the Bucks, just like Baker on the Browns. I don't know, man. Well, the Bucks in a little bit of a they need to find themselves. Braylon says get Gardner Minshew. Eric says Hooker is interesting. I like that Tennessee kind of came out of nowhere this year. Usually a good QB play. Now that's a guy I could see the Lions drafting, just because of what they did with Jamison Williams. I could see them. Wow, the Texans are giving QB Case Keenum. Man, Ian Rappaport didn't even put Keenum in here. Wait, what? Okay, what? Okay, listen. This is why you have to be very careful when you tweeting stuff out, because these guys want to be first. Listen, hold on. This is what this reads. From Ian Rappaport. I'm going to read it just like he typed it. Contract updates. The Texans are giving QB Case a deal year deal worth $6.25 million with $4 million guaranteed. The Texans gave Chase Winovich a 1-year, $2 million deal. The Texans are giving QB Case a year deal. You got to slow down, bro. They got to slow down, man. You see what I'm talking about? And everybody like, let Brad Holmes work. Let Brad Holmes cook. There's no, what y'all say? There's no pressure on Brad Holmes. From Ian Rappaport. Shout out to my guy, man, Mr. Poole. The Bears are securing their offensive line, signing former Titans guard Nate Davis to a 3-year deal, a huge priority. But there's no pressure on Brad Holmes. No pressure at all. In Brad, we trust. Of course there's pressure. Of course there's pressure, man. Everything we do is pressure. Why you think Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, Mike Garafalo, they all on a sports show together, and they walking off air to break news, to take phone calls? Douglas says 17-game season, 1,066 yards is not good, especially with an excellent O-line. I disagree. To me, 1,000 yards is very difficult to get in today's NFL. Pass. How many times did we watch the Lions and we like, will y'all run this ball? Will you run the ball? And don't forget, a lot of Jamal's yardage was at the goal line. So you're talking about 3, 4, 5 yards. Let's say, if all 17 of his touchdowns were at least 10 yards, that would only be 170 yards. So in between, and they were 3 yards, they were 2 yards, they was 1 yard. He had some big runs in between there. I don't buy that for a second. Bears signed Nate Davis. Yeah, Dylan, you late, bro. I got every single alert turned on. With the Bears cap space, the picks, do you think the Bears can make a little noise in the North this year along with the Lions? I think the Bears are a little further off. I think they can make some noise, yes. Will they? I don't think so. But next year, though, and it's going to be the Bears and Lions. That's for sure. Barry Sanders got over 2,000 yards with a horrible O-line. Well, Barry Sanders is Barry Sanders. And Jamaal Williams ain't no Barry Sanders. Come on. He also had the most negative yards in the league. We just talked about that. But it don't matter. Barry Sanders was like, oh my God. Oh, my God. Coming from Tom Pelissero, the Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo's 3-year deal has a base value of $75 million, including $24 million in year one. An $11 million roster bonus on the third day of the 2024 league year is guaranteed. So Jimmy G is effectively locked in as Las Vegas starter for 2 years and $48 million.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Man, you know what this needs to say? Jerry Goff about to get paid. Jerry Goff about to get paid. One more time. Jerry Goff about to get paid. Jared Goff is about to get paid. Wow. Jared Goff about to get a bag. The Lions better have a plan in place. John says we need to sign linebacker Wagner, Edmonds, or Levante David if we lose Jamaal Williams. We need to sign them anyway, at all. Fresh and Fly says he won't get the bag from us. I ain't say he was going to get the bag from us. I said, Jerry Boy about to get paid. I didn't say we was paying him. I just said, Jerry Boy about to get paid. Come on, man. Man. Hey, we talking about Jimmy G, bruh. We ain't talking about, not a game. Not a game. We talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. Jimmy Garoppolo, who was beat out by Brock Purdy. Yes, it has. It went up $16 million, brand new. Every time I hear your name, man, I think of brand new. You don't like it, brand new? Shout out to Ryan Fest, man. Underrated. Ryan Fest. Another linebacker for the Bears, Edmonds. Wait, what? What? What's up, James? Hey, James, I might be going to training camp, bro. I might have to I don't know, bro. Just dump some water. I might just have to bring me a bottle of water, bro, and just pour it on me. No, the Aaron Rodgers trade, Edmonds went to the Bears? Oh. Dang, okay. So y'all knew it before me. Yep. The Bears are signing star linebacker Tremaine Easy. Ooh-wee. So that means Levante, bruh. If we sign Levante, I'm a man. If we sign Levante David, it's getting thin, y'all. It's getting thin up in that linebacker room. Mr. Poole says, unfortunately, Brad was inquiring about Edmonds. Well, you know what, Mr. Poole? You know what, bro? Eventually, acquiring has got to turn into signing, my brother. In Brad, we trust. Where the shirt's at? Where's my shirt at, bro? Hey, the Bears ain't playing around, bro. And it ain't no pressure on Brad. There's no pressure on Brad Holmes. In Brad, we trust. There's no pressure. The Bears are silently, you know what? They're not silently. They're in your face getting better. They are in your face getting better. We got $100 million. They like the Players Club, bro. Y'all can't see it. Y'all can't see it. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what the Bears is doing right now, since y'all can't see it. Let me show y'all this. Look. This is what the Bears, Bernie Mac. That's what they doing. Come on, man. Bears is getting better. man, the Bears not going to be good. We all said it. We all got suckered in. And the Bears was like, let me show you something. The Bears straight up fired Marshall Builders. Wow. No, I don't want Brad to hand out the bag. I don't. They didn't say what it was. They just said I haven't seen what the price is. Okay, so the Bills signed Tremaine, 4 years, $72 million. That includes a $50 million guarantee per source. It's the largest 4-year contract for an inside linebacker in the NFL. I say,
Oh my God.
I say,
Oh my God.
I say,
Oh my God.
but Mr. Poole, you gonna have to pay somebody, bro. When Alex Anzalone and these guys getting Ricky Bobbied out there, if you don't know what that means, it means shake and bake. When they get Ricky Bobbied out there, because remember, Brad Holmes doesn't like to draft a linebacker high, so he gonna have to change up his style. Something's got to give. I'm not saying I wanted him to throw that. Tremaine got his bag. He got his bag. That's fine. That's fine. But until then, until he does old contracts, Mr. Poole. What old contracts we got, bro? What old contracts we got? Mr. Poole, Brad, Mr. Poole. Brad signed a bunch of 1-year deals. 1 or 2 year deals. Who we got right now, bro? Anzalone. He's not in the contract. So, we gonna have to pay somebody, bro. I'm not saying we got to throw out that type of bag, but we got to throw out the bag because guess what? And I'm talking to everybody. When that young man, the sun god, Amon-Ra St. Brown, when it comes along, he gonna want to get paid. And I know y'all gonna be like, where the money at? Y'all gonna be ready to throw him the money. We gonna have to throw somebody some money, bruh. Somewhere. I'm not saying make the dude the 4th largest contract in NFL history for an inside linebacker. I'm saying, come on, Brad. We need you. If you ain't going to throw bags, you got to draft them. Now, can we agree on that? And this for the chat. The Bears ain't playing around, Finkel. They're not playing around. And this is exactly what they should do. They had the first pick in the draft. They traded out of it. They had the most cap space in free agency this year and in front of our face. I'm not saying that the Lions ain't doing nothing, but in front of the whole NFL, the Bears said, "Oh, you thought we weren't gonna do nothing? I thought I told you." The Bears ain't playing around. John says, "Let Brad cook in the draft." Okay, all this whole cooking in the draft, bro. That's fine. That's fine, but he can't miss. He cannot miss because let me ask y'all a question. I want your honest opinion. And you know what? Let me do this because see everybody too that y'all don't want to hear everybody. What I realize about Detroit Lions, y'all don't want to hear anything that ain't bubbles and rainbows. If it ain't butterfly in the sky, you don't want to hear. But I got a question to ask you. All right, so I'm asking the comment section, the live chat, this question, and I want you to put this in the comment section. The Bears are making moves. I'm not saying that we need to keep up with them, but here's the question that I put before you. The Chicago Bears just signed probably the biggest linebacker in free agency, 25-year-old, soon-to-be, Tremaine Edmonds. They gave him a massive deal. We couldn't have done that. And that is not Brad Holmes' fault. None of this stuff is. However, I got a question for you. If the Chicago Bears win the division, what would you do as a Detroit Lions fan? Put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it, kid. Put it in the comment section. The Bears, but Brad Holmes didn't do this, but Brad Holmes didn't do that. All of that stuff is true. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying if the Chicago Bears win the division or they wind up with a better record than the Detroit Lions, how would you, as a Detroit Lions fan, react? Now, I'm not saying SOL. I'm not going there. But nobody expected the Bears to be better than us next year. Is that correct? Would you agree? Everybody pegged the Detroit Lions to win the division. The Bears ain't playing around. Now, as they're making signings, their salary cap is decreasing. And one thing I can say, Brad Holmes is a salary cap master. I will give him that. I will give him that. I'm not saying that I'm turning on Brad and Dan. I'm not saying that. Those days are over. What I'm saying is that the Detroit Lions are in primo to do something they have never done in 22 years. Win the NFC North. The Vikings have no idea what they're doing. They signed a tight end when they just traded for TJ. The Green Bay Packers are seconds away, we believe, from losing Aaron Rodgers and the rest of the team. And the Detroit Lions made a power move today and signed Cam Sutton. However, the Bears are not playing. And I'm going to tell you what, I will be the little red square guy from inside out if the Bears wind up with a better record than us. If they win the division, I will lose my stuff. I will lose my stuff. The Bears are getting better. We are getting better. Ours is just moving a bit slower. I understand. Everything y'all about to say makes sense. Everything. The Bears had the first pick. The Bears had all the cap space. The Bears are getting massively better. Massively better. Now, remember, guys, we had the second pick in the draft. I know that this is not Brad Holmes' fault. The position that he was put in was something he had to get out of. I understand that. I do. I understand. And I keep telling y'all, the bag must be thrown eventually. You got to. That's how you get players. Braylon with the dono says, I will be super PO'd if the Bears win the division. Now, what you hear from me is not irritation at Brad Holmes. What you hear from me is not SOL. What you hear from me is that the pathetic Chicago Bears are about to be monsters. And listen, did y'all know that when they traded for DJ Moore, Vegas started to up them a little bit? What scares me about the Bears? Their offensive line just got better. Their defense just got better. The fact that at the 9th pick, Eric, they still could take somebody that is game-changing at the 9th pick. The next year, they have 2 first-round picks. The Bears are getting better on both sides of the ball. They got Mooney, Claypool, Moore. On the defensive side of the ball, they just got the best free agent linebacker. On the offensive side of the ball, they get an offensive lineman. Mr. Poole says, and that's the big difference. Brad never got that big of a cap space number. He got capital for sure, but Chicago got both. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Poole. I understand that, bro. I get it. I get it. But the question is, Chicago Bears, I know that the Detroit Lions are in a precarious situation. But when I hear Lions fans with this build through the draft and the bag and all that, eventually, y'all, I'm not saying build a team like the Rams that's not sustainable. But I'm saying lock up somebody, a game-changing player. Because I'm going to tell you what, a year from now, you are going to want to be talking about St. Brown. Locking him up. Deebo Samuel 2.0. We going to have to do something. Now, Brad, I believe in him. I do. This is not directed at, this is watching the Bears get better. Massively better. And they're not even done. They're not even done. I don't know what their cap space is going to be. And I'm going to tell you, most of the Bears fan base is insufferable. Realistically, D says, realistically, the Bears had to get better than they were last year. Okay, that's true, D. That's true. But let me ask you a question. When you think about at the end of the season, we're all like, oh, the Lions are going to do this. The Lions are going to do that because we know Green Bay is in shambles. Minnesota, they're Minnesota, right? So the Bears have to get better, right? Just like the Jags before them and us having the second pick. So you have to get better. That's a given. But did anybody have them making as much noise as they're making? This is what you hear from me, is we have a chance to do something we've never done. And I'm afraid, guys. I'm afraid. Because I'm afraid that we're not going to be able to do it. If we don't do something, Brad Holmes cannot miss. He cannot miss. Because we ran through the Bears last year, and the Bears are getting better. The Bears are getting better. And we're just, we're stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I mean, we're doing it the right way, guys. We doing all that stuff. We are, but we got to, the linebacker position, guys, we got to get better. We have to get better. The secondary, we got better. Tracy Walker looks fantastic. We got Bugs coming back. Ian Rappaport, the Bears aren't playing around. They see it. We see it. And just like I asked y'all to start this segment off, if the Bears come out and they wind up winning the division, what you gonna say? This one I'm gonna say. No. Talk to him, Bishop. Talk to him. Now, granted, and here's the thing about the Bears. The Bears are building sustainability. They're not doing like the Rams. So are we. The Lions are doing it too, y'all. But what you hear is we got a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance. We cannot squander it away. But what I can say in defense of Brad Holmes is that he has proven that he can. This right here is more to Lions fans. Y'all, listen, the bag has to be thrown eventually. It does, man. Whether it's a re-up contract or we get somebody that's going to change the game. Let me ask y'all something. We'll wrap this segment up. I cannot believe the number of people that want Jalen Carter still. You want the Detroit Lions. You don't care what this young man does off the field as long as he is who we know he is on the football field, right? Deron Payne got locked up for 4 years, $90 million. If we sign Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter is the next Deron Payne and Ndamukong Suh, we're going to have to try to pay him. But before that, we have St. Brown this time next year, talking extension. We've got Jamison Williams, that before you know it, it'd be a real quiet year 4. Picking up his 5th-year option. Paying people. I trust Brad Holmes on record saying that. I am. But the Bears were not expected to change this much. My man, and it all started with the draft, with the trade. They're not playing around, and neither can we. Whether it's through the draft or, so I'm going to tell you like this, and we'll wrap it up. Whatever y'all feel Brad Holmes need to do, he need to do it. Draft, free agency, it doesn't matter. The Bears are not playing around, and we can't either. What's up, Salty? It's been a long time, man. So put it in the chat. Y'all still want Jalen. I want a rookie quarterback contract. See, listen, y'all. I'm a real Lions fan. I'm not like these other guys on YouTube that's going to be like pumping you up, pump you up with this fluff. I'm a real, bro, my emotions come through here. And in the same token that I could admit that Brad Holmes is doing his thing with the hand he was dealt, 100%, and I can believe in him, it is still frustrating to see a team that nobody pegged to do anything not quietly get better, publicly, in your face, get better. Now, don't forget that we beat the stinker, and at home, we slaughtered them. But that was after Justin went down. And in their house, we squeaked by. That was during our defensive turnaround. The Bears are going to be around for a minute. Whether Justin Fields is there, that's a different question. But the Bears, they not playing around. We're talking about Brian Urlacher. We're talking about Devin Hester, Peanut Tillman. We've never owned anything. I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I am ready to dominate. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. That's what you hear. You hear, I am tired of this. I am sick to death of never having, I'm sick to death of an asterisk. We don't have a bag like that. That's fine, Miles. I know that. I've said that over and over. Brad Holmes was put in a sticky situation. Thank you, Matt Patricia. But eventually, building through the draft, you have to pay somebody. Because all this building through the draft, what you going to do? If you have a star player, you going to let him walk? Let me ask y'all right now. St. Brown, do you want to pay him? Do you want to pay St. Brown after year 2? If a contract extension came up right now, you want to pay St. Brown. Don't forget, St. Brown was a 4th-round pick, which means he is going to want to get paid as he should because his production matches his salary. Shake and Bake with the dono says, don't want Carter. He had character issues. He's not an MCDC player. Well, most people still do. So we got to pay Brown. Okay, Salty says pay Sewell. Yeah, we gonna pay Panay, but Panay got an extra year on Brown. We don't have to worry about him as quick. That's why I brought up Sewell. So Panay Sewell is gonna want the bag too. Now we hear all this Detroit stand Detroit. Man, these people trying to take care of their families, right? Just like you would be. Players not going to take hometown discounts. This ain't even a hometown. What you hear, ladies and gentlemen, is it is our time. It's time. It is time. There's no nothing. It's time. We have been sitting at the bottom for years. We have sniffed the NFC North twice, and one time we lost to Matt Flynn. Aaron Rodgers is out of there. All he need to do is come out the bathroom, turn on some lights. Man, I can't wait to get rid of him. And the Vikings are going to Viking. That's what they're going to do. This is our opportunity to dominate. And it's time. And I don't want to give it to the Bears. We don't had to deal with them enough. They've been to a Super Bowl. Don't forget that 7 years ago, the Bears were the real deal. Not even too long ago with Mitchell Trubisky and Cody Parkey. The double doink is why they didn't go any further. I trust Brad Holmes. What you hear is frustration. And it ain't even with Brad Holmes and them. It's with the position that we've been put in. Braylon with the dono says, preach, Derek. I appreciate that, man. So this is what you're going to get from me, man. I haven't turned my back on the Lions. I never will. SOL to me is gone. But you hear frustration because, like we started this segment, because I bet you now, Brad got some pressure, don't he? There's no pressure on Brad Holmes. Of course there's pressure. Because the Bears are saying, you know what? Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota, everybody got the Lions winning the NFC North this year. We got something to say about that with our running QB. We're going to put all the pieces around him on both sides of the ball because we can. And we're going to see about that when the season starts. So I'm going to put a poll in my community tab. Bears win the NFC North next year. What you going to do? What you going to say? We all going to be here. You know that. We ain't going nowhere. But all of us, 100% should say I would be frustrated as ever. Because the Bears are doing, that's why, listen. The rebuild, I said the rebuild is over. The rebuild is over. Year 3 of a rebuild. What are we watching? Miles, who are you and why are you here? And you're stupid. What's wrong with you, idiot? Year 3 of a rebuild. I made a video 2 weeks ago. The rebuild is over. The rebuild is over. Now, let me ask y'all this. Y'all going to be talking that rebuild stuff? Bears, I don't know, 10-7. Had the first pick in the draft, and they 10-7 with the playoffs the next year. The rebuild is over. We haven't even got to the draft yet, and the Bears are better. Not just a wee bit better, ladies and gentlemen. Better. A whole lot better. But we're in year 3 of a rebuild. You know what I say we are? Cosmetic. We're cosmetic. You can't be rebuilding forever. Because I love my team. I love my city. I want to have a winner. Jalen Ramsey don't want to be here. Well, we don't want you. And that goes for everybody else. You don't want to be in the D. We don't want you in the D. It's time for Detroit to have a winner. I believe, I trust, I have faith because they have shown me what they can do. At the same time, the Detroit Lions are not the only team in the NFC North. Put in the chat. Put in the chat. How you feel about the Bears right now? How you feel about the Bears? We still going to run over the Bears? What's up, Masha? Says, I agree the rebuild is over. They should be competing for a top position next year. Okay, Nick says, ain't worried. Okay, Mr. Poole says, I'm not worried. Okay. Let's put it like this. Year 1, the Bears could have a Detroit Lions year 1. They really could. But we haven't even hit the opening of the new league year. Okay. Year 2, 2024, when Detroit, Michigan hosts the NFL draft of their rebuild, they might be a whole lot better. Dylan says, not worried, players might not mesh well together. Okay, and I'll put that to year 1. We probably split with the Bears. We're going to fight, maybe win, maybe we lose, but we can't let what the Bears do define us. Nate, that's facts. That's facts. That's why we have to define ourselves. Dale says we good next year. Bell's going to take a year to gel together. Year 2 of the Bears is going to be scary, to be honest. That's where I'm at, Dale. I'm at sustainability. Well, listen, y'all. Like I said, I'm not all doom and gloom, party pooper. Now I got the pitchforks and all that. I've learned this year, I believe, I will never tell you something I don't believe, ever. I would never feed y'all that. I believe we were going to trade for Jalen Ramsey. I believe that the Bears are better. And I believe that there is pressure 100% on Brad Holmes. Because if he is doing his job right, there should be. There should be. And I believe that the NFC North was ours for the taking. Now I'm not so sure. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Our linebacker room, we have to get better. We signed Cam Sutton. Great pickup. We have to get a quarterback behind Jared Goff. We have to get a running back to take the mantle from DeAndre Swift. Wide receiver room, solid. Jamison Williams in year 2, St. Brown, Reynolds. What we going to do about DJ Chark? The Bears went from no one to Claypool, Mooney, and more. Now Justin got some people to go through. And don't forget, Cole Kmet was wide open. I said this before today, that the Chicago Bears were going to be a problem. So if we don't get a fix for a LB position or defensive tackle, that is a true game changer, or do we make our offense just completely unstoppable? Eric, I'll say this to you, man. The Chiefs, unstoppable offense. The Bills, Josh Allen stops their offense. The Eagles, unstoppable offense. You know what they all had in common? Their defense was not ranked 29th. Even if we score every single time, like, all we have to do is hold them to 3. We would need touchdowns every time we had the ball. So unstoppable is an understatement. We have to be Terminator, bro. Terminator Genesis, Terminator 2, Robert Patrick. We need a defense, bro. It's only day 1 of free agency. We got time. Nick, you know what? I'm not even worried about the time. I'm worried about the money. But what Brad Holmes has done is shown. Now, we're not giving Tremaine that deal. We're not doing that. And I wouldn't want him to do that. He's not going to cripple the team, but we have to get better. Bobby Wagner wants to go back to Seattle for whatever reason. He gone, be gone. If you don't want to come here, fine. But we got to get somebody. Watch we wind up with Levante David. Watch. He's too old. He's still productive. And he's right up Brad Holmes' alley. Right up his alley. What's up, Patty? You stay gone, bro. You stay gone. Would you trade up with Arizona to secure Will Anderson? It depends, Nick, on what they want. The Bears team sounds like what the Skins did a while ago when they threw the bag at a lot of players, but they were too many egos and the players didn't get well along together. That could be true. I feel like Levante might ring chase. He already got one, KD. He already got one. What do you need to ring chase for? You already got one. You got more than Dan Marino. Dale says, hoping we get Chark back because he is meshing pretty well with Goff. I by no means want to overpay for him, though. Okay, what is overpayment? What is overpayment, y'all? Let me know. Yeah, John, he back. In this draft, there is a consensus on guaranteed NFL stars. Is there a consensus? I haven't seen any. Carter has flags. Anderson has doubters. I think it's chalk with him, bro. I do. The Bears are, you thought we would. What? The Bears are, you thought we would let you win the North with no resistance? You didn't have to go there with Marino. Hey, Aaron, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Marino's my guy. Dan Marino is my guy, man. Levante David hasn't been paying state taxes his whole career. He's not coming to Detroit. Well, he wants to stay there, that's for sure. You think Jamaal Williams signs with the Jets? I do not, Patty. I think he goes with the Bengals. Nick says 9 to 12 million a year acceptable for Chark. How many years? How many years, y'all? So, like I said, y'all, what y'all heard from me is I'm ready. I'm ready. I got some patience. I do. And here's the thing, y'all. I got to be honest. Y'all. Right now, it's a lot of hype. It's a lot of fluff. A lot of fluff. Okay, but I still think, while not dwelling in the SOL, that y'all need, people got to be realistic when they talk about our team. Okay? We have decades of history to shake. It's not easy. It's not easy. Have I shaken SOL? I have. I've shaken it in my mental. It ain't because of what anybody else has said to me. I've shaken it because of my mental. I don't feel like this team is SOL. But I also know that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, to no fault of their own, have decades decades of things that they have to undo. And y'all said there was no pressure. Of course there's pressure. This is the Detroit Lions we talking about. Aaron, you late, bro. We been broke that. Dang, Jesse Bates to the Falcons. Well, Deshaun Elliott coming back. Deshaun Elliott is coming back. All right. So this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. Okay? You see what I'm saying? This is what we need to do. All right? Now I'm going to say it again. Hey, we don't got nothing, Salty. We don't got nothing, bro. We don't have nothing. I'm surprised they did what he did with Cam Sutton. If I wouldn't be a fan if I just was like, I just believe in everything. If I don't show some frustration, of course I'm frustrated. I know that these guys are doing the best they can. I know that. It's like you're dealt a hand and you're trying to win with it. I get it. I get it. $64 million. He gets $23 million in year one.
Bruh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What is it that you see, ladies and gentlemen? What is the consensus with these players? They are all game-changing people. You have to do it eventually. I know that we can't. What you hear is frustration. Alex Anzalone. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God, bro! Alex Anzalone got a 3-year deal. He got a 3-year deal. From us. Alex Anzalone is back. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta show up on camera. Oh my goodness. Oh, 3 years, $18.5 million. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, y'all. Man. Okay, we gotta go into I'm sorry, y'all. Listen. Oh my God. Alex Anzalone, listen. He deserved to get recognized. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. Because I am going to keep it a buck all the time. Oh my God, bro. Okay. All right, I gotta do this, y'all. I'm sorry. All right. Here we go. Coming out of Detroit Lions camp, the Detroit Lions have decided to bring back linebacker Alex Anzalone to a 3-year, $18.5 million deal. Now, I laughed hysterically about this, and I am going to keep it a buck because that's what I do. You have fluff channels. You have everything's going to be okay channels. You have the Lions can do no wrong. Now, let me just say, Alex Anzalone had a career year with the Detroit Lions, and I'm glad that he got his bag. We don't know the details of the contract just yet. As far as guaranteed money, is it top heavy? What it is. He earned it. He earned a raise after his 2022 NFL season. The Bears are going to be better. They're already better. We knew that the Lions were going to prioritize a lot of existing internal free agents because we have people who fit the culture. That I know. That is what Alex Anzalone is. We lost Michael Brockers. He was the defensive leader. Now it's going to fall on Alex Anzalone. And again, I'm not interfering with anyone's bag. Would you say that this signing made the Detroit Lions better? Now, Brad Holmes has a history of not drafting linebackers high. He does find late round gems. But the Bears, and I'll keep talking about the Bears, this is supposed to be the Detroit Lions division to win in a year that the Minnesota Vikings are being Minnesota Vikings. The Green Bay Packers are probably going to lose Aaron Rodgers when he finished flushing the toilet. The Detroit Lions re-signed Alex Anzalone. We did make a move. A lot of internal guys building that culture. I know that Brad Holmes, his hands are a bit limited, but we have to get better on defense. We are one position better. Now, we are going to build through the draft. We're going to do that. I understand this. I do. I'm happy for Alex Anzalone. I really am. But we have to do a little bit more. Now, when we start, as we find out more about this, we'll know the details of the contract again. I like the fact that we brought him back. But right now, Alex Anzalone returning does not make our linebacker room better. Brad Holmes, he has to find Malcolm Rodriguez 2.0. Again, Alex Anzalone had a career year in tackles and everything. The dude was a massive improvement from year one. I trust Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. I trust Sheila Ford. I want to see better. I want to see the linebacker room get better. It is currently the same. Tremaine Edmonds, we didn't have a bag to throw at him. Bobby Wagner wants to go back to the Seattle Seahawks for whatever reason. You don't want to be here. We don't want you. Jermaine Pratt re-signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. As free agency starts to dry up, he has no choice but to go through the draft. And that is something that he doesn't do early. He didn't do it last year. He didn't do it the year before that. Our earliest linebacker was a 4th rounder, if I'm not mistaken. Alex Anzalone, 3-year, $18 million deal. He got his bag. Good for him. He was a leader. We need a leader. We lost one. We have to get better. And the question that I'm asking you, same scenario as last year. I understand what this guy's doing. I get it. I really, really do. But if we're not going to make a move in free agency because we can't or we don't want to, and you guys have been saying from the very beginning, build through the draft. We got to do. Okay, it's time to build, Brad. I trust you, brother. It's time to build through the draft. We have to get better. Jesse Bates, off the table. We got to get better. So that means Deshaun Elliott, a lot of the same guys are going to be coming back, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, we got to get better. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. That button doesn't work. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Let me see. Does this work? Breaking news. Alex Anzalone returns to the Detroit Lion. And we are no better at the linebacker position. We have to get better. I'm just stating the facts. That's it. Our defense cannot be ranked 29th. It cannot at all. I'm not buckling. I'm not doing anything. Making sure I don't see it. I'm not wavering. 29. We cannot be 29. If Alex Anzalone helps that happen, welcome back, sir. Welcome back. We got to get better, y'all. Like it or not. Trusting Brad Holmes or not, we have to get better. That's the bottom line. I'll see you in the next video. Listen, y'all. I gotta find my chat. Where's my chat? I'm not mad at this. No, I didn't leave you there. I was making a video. I do that all the time. Okay, so y'all don't do this, y'all. Don't do this. No, I said Deshaun Elliott will probably be back. I'm not. Don't do this. Do not do this. Don't try to do this. I'm not going to have it. Listen, I respect all of y'all. I care about all y'all, but I'm not wavering. Jamison Williams, everybody was so excited when we got a hurt wide receiver. And I said during my live stream that our defense better not be ranked 32. And where was it, ladies and gentlemen? 32. Eventually, Lions fans, we have to get better. Period. It does not matter, right? So we have to get better. We have to get better. I'm not mad at the signing. $18 million, I don't know how it's spread out. It could be signing bonus. It could be a lot like DJ Chark was last year. I don't know. All I know is the question that I ask you as a Detroit Lions fan who just found out that Alex Anzalone is re-signing for 3 years. Did he make our defense better? Yes or no? Yes or no? Steelers reached an agreement with Pro Bowl cornerback Patrick Peterson. Jason says he's a leader. Indeed he is. Okay, Ken, first of all, who are you? Secondly, you telling me to chill is a bad idea. Secondly, don't talk about that 8-2 run. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. 8-2 run, it was 11th. No, but, bruh, stop it. Stop it. We had to fire Aubrey Pleasant to get there. And again, 8-2, our defense has to get better. I'm telling you right now, nobody ever in their life tell me to chill when it comes to this team. We have 50 years of misery. 50 years. Do not tell me to chill when it comes to the Detroit Lions. You chill, I will not. I want my team to win. I'm going to show that. I'm not going to be fake like these other Lions fans. One in particular, do not ever tell me to chill when it comes to my team. I will not do it. And I'm telling you, you can kick rocks, Ken. You act like I don't have the power to never see you again. Don't ever tell me to chill about my Detroit Lions. You do that, I'll do what I want to do. Y'all be killing me with this nonsense chill. Why should I chill when the Bears are exponentially better? Why should I chill when we had the greatest two players in NFL history win absolutely nothing? Why should I chill, sir? Because what? In Brad we trust? Get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here. Telling me to chill. What's wrong with you? Don't ever use that word, chill, and the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions have they really undone 50 years in 2? I'm not saying that the Detroit Lions are SOL. I've said that. I'll go on record. I'm over SOL. SOL is ingrained. But if you are a fan that is still there, I get it. I get it. Well, first of all, Ken, I didn't know you were 65. I apologize. You are my elder. I apologize for talking to you like that. It's hard to tell. But I'm not going to chill. You're 65. I'm 43. Soon I will be 65. And I want to see this team win. I'm not going to chill. I'm not that type of fan. I want to see this team get better. I'm tired of being dominated by everyone. I'm not telling you how to be. I'm not telling anybody in this chat how to be. But what I've noticed is that when Dan Campbell came, everybody ready to, choo-choo. Dan's the man, yes. Dan has some growing pains, and he's still learning. He redeemed himself in year 2. Brad Holmes in trust. Brad had to earn our trust, just like Sheila had to do. I'm not going to put trust in somebody who hasn't earned it. And guess what? All 3 of them have. But when it comes to telling me to chill about my Detroit Lions, I will not do it because I was 25 at one point. And now I'm about to be 45, and soon I'll be your age. And by that time, a Super Bowl appearance, a Super Bowl win, a NFC North title, a couple of the hanging in the rafters. Hopefully my son and his son don't have to go through what we had to go through. That right there is not going to work with me. Because just like we was chill, we went 1-6. Then we had to fire Aubrey Pleasant to make a difference. Come on, man. I don't understand how we can do that. How we can do that. Daryl, nobody's coming off the hinges, bro. If you're going to show up to the show, you got to show up with facts. You late. I'm not coming off the hinges. He told me to chill. That ain't something I do. Take it or leave it. I'm not going to chill. You can get fluff from Detroit Lions Talk with Micro Mike. You can go over there and get that. That's where you can go. Over here, you're not getting that. Because that's not what I do. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you how I'm feeling, whether you like it or not. I'm not the one, bro. I'm not the one. If you want unfiltered, unmitigated real, you're at the right place. When they talk, when they doing well, I'm going to talk about them. When they doing bad, I'm going to talk about them. We get 17 games. 17. You know how many games, how many months we have until the season? I cherish every single game. Yeah, we all know that, Lions. We all know that. But I'm just telling you. That ain't what you getting over here, bro. None of y'all getting. You like it or not. I appreciate all of you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Braden with the dono, I agree with you, Derek. No more losing seasons. I agree. Listen, if you're a fan that's just sitting there like this, and you're like, okay, the Bears are making moves. We'll get them. We'll get them. If you're like, okay, Alex Anzalone was a great signing. Well, okay. But if you're like me, I understand you. I understand you. Challenging Carlos. Carlos don't even, you talking about Menarez? I can't stand him. Everything, yes. If I had the opportunity, yes. Carlos ain't nothing positive ever comes out of his mouth. If that's what you're talking about. Carlos never. No, I'm not channeling. Come on, man. Okay, Ken, how long have you been watching me? No, I'm not channeling. If you are new to the channel, please don't act like you've been here. Don't do that. If you haven't been with me for at least a season, don't. If you found me today or in the last 2 or 3 weeks, no, I'm not. I'm going to keep it real, though. If I'm frustrated, you're going to see it. I'm not going to, as soon as I in stream, I'm running at the mouth. You're going to hear it. Alex Anzalone, while a good leader, while he improved last year, did not make our team better. And we have to get better, which means that Brad Holmes has to do something he doesn't do. Eventually, we're going to need a linebacker. We're going to need those guys. I'm not sounding like Carlos Menarez. I'm not at all. What? Because, come on, man. Okay, in the chat, did Alex Anzalone make our team better? Y for yes, in for no. Did he make our team better? And I'm not talking to you, Ken. I'm talking to the chat. Did he make our team better? Y for yes, N for no. Cassandra says yes. Dustin says no. I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. I want you to tell me what you think. Braylon says no. Cedric says no. Jamaal Williams brings more than just running the football. He's a leader. He's a vocal, emotional leader. I'm sure that's what Alex Anzalone is. At the same time, all of that stuff is not enough. We need to win games. We need players that's going to help us win games. And Alex Anzalone, while he did get better in the 2022 season, is he that player? Cam Sutton is that player. Coming from Justin Rogers, started 17 games. Alex Anzalone set a career high in tackles. I said that. Tackles for a loss, 7. Quarterback pressures, 21 on just 90 rushes. Was holding QBs to a passer rating under 80. He was also credited by his position coach for accelerating development of Malcolm Rodriguez. Hold on, let me give him his flowers. I want Alex to have his flowers. Fantastic. Fantastic. What new individual, what new game-changing person do we have on the roster? Which means that Detroit is going to have to do something. Is going to have to do something. So are we taking another 6th-round linebacker, another 5th-round linebacker, another 4th-round linebacker? Is that what we're doing? Or are we going to get better? Sutton's a huge pickup. Allen, Minnesota, Miami beat us last year. Last minute down the field, that secondary got scorched. Appreciate the dono, bro. You reward improvement, Ken. You do. You do. But the Lions they improved last year. Now it's time to improve even more. It's time to improve more. Usually when you're good at your job, you get a raise. He got a raise. I'm happy for Alex. I'm happy that he's the vocal leader that we need. We also need some game changers, and they got to come build through the draft, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. I don't care if you like the signing. I don't care if you hate the signing. All I know is that come September 8th, 2023, whenever the Lions season kick off, we better win games. That's it. That is it. All of this boils down to winning football games. Does Alex Anzalone help us do that? He did last year. Hey, Mr. Poole, I'm going to listen, bro. I'm going to listen 100%. I'm going to listen 100%. I listen. I said everything, and I don't hate the signing. I don't hate the signing. I don't hate the signing. I just know that we need to get better. And while Alex Anzalone did improve, we need to get better. Like, I'm talking about better. Because we've already talked about if the Lions wind up, if the Bears outdo the Lions, it's going to be a problem. Dom says, MCDC is a vocal leader enough. We need dudes on the roster. I could see if they thought Alex Anzalone still got potential. He hasn't reached yet. But he's been in the league for 6 or 7 years. LOL, he is what he is. I haven't given up faith in Brad Holmes. I haven't given up faith in Dan Campbell. I haven't lost faith in Alex Anzalone and the team. What I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that we understand what's happening now. I get it. I get it. Last year I did not, 100%. I did the same thing. We had like a deuce in the toilet. We signed the same guys over and over. And I understand why they did it. I get it now. Eventually, though, we need playmakers on this team. Not just guys. We need playmakers. We don't have the money. I got it. That means we got to get them in the draft. That means we got to get them in the draft. That means we got to get them in the draft. Next year, if we have more money, we got it. Y'all, listen. Nick Bosa. If the Lions sign Nick Bosa a year from now, if he's somehow not miraculously tagged by the San Francisco 49ers, I will forgive everything that Brad Holmes has ever done because Nick Bosa is that guy, okay? He signs Nick Bosa. That's it. That's it. I'm washing my hands. I'm going to listen. Carolina ran for 40 yards on us. So if you agree, why are you so upset? That's all I'm saying. I trust Brad. I know you. This is why. I agree. This is why, bro. My entire life, as yours, right? Yours, 65. My entire life, it's been right there. Right there. The Chicago Bears are not playing around. This is our chance. And y'all gonna be mad if you find out that the Bears are now division, that Vegas has chosen them. Y'all gonna be mad if the Bears are a better team than us. That's why. Our window is now. Our opportunity is now. We've been rebuilding since 1957. All of that stuff is true. It is now. Our time is now. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, the time is now. It is not 5 years from now. It is not 10 years from now. It is now. This is our opportunity. From Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. This is our opportunity. If we have an opportunity to get a game changer, we need to. All I hear is trust Brad Holmes. He's not going to throw the bag. And I'm fine with both of those. But to know that they wanted Jalen Ramsey, that's a big deal. Y'all can stand that. I wanted it. We need a bit of spunk on this team. If the Chicago Bears are a better team than the Detroit Lions, that's all I got to say. That's a big if. They got to mesh well together. But what y'all going, Alex Anzalone, 3 years? Okay, if the Bears take a year to mesh, then what about year 2? Fields is a one-trick pony. Moore is all right. The Bears did what we used to do. Said, let's throw something together. Okay. What about the offensive tackle they got? What about Tremaine? What about the draft that they will have? Don't forget the Bears pick 9th. So let's say that Will Anderson goes to the Arizona Cardinals. Cowboys want Bobby Wagner. Let's say that Will Anderson Jr. is a Carolina Panther. We get Christian Gonzalez. And sitting there at number 9, and you hear this, and tell me what you would say. With the 9th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, Georgia. You still gonna be saying that? Yeah, Ken, I'm not thinking about them odds. I'm not thinking about the odds. They said we was gonna do all this stuff. We didn't do it. I'm not. No, but Aaron Glenn should have switched Bugs and Kaminsky inside and Barnes for Alex Anzalone. So again, you have to factor the money getting tied up next couple of years. Okay, Brock, contract negotiations, restructures. They could have been done that. Y'all the ones that want to move on from Jared Goff. Give Jared Goff another 2 years. Put him here till he's 32. Restructure. Free up some money. Vitae. Taylor Decker. Make the money. Switch it up. Yes, I'm happy, Calvin. That's old news, though. New news is that the Chicago Bears are a better football team. That's new news. Absolutely. Hold on. Jamil Dean just looks like he just went somewhere. Okay, he stayed with the Bucks. So I'm just saying, y'all, listen, I'm not going to ask for forgiveness. I don't want your forgiveness. I don't care if you forgive me. I don't care. I do not care. And I say that with love. I am not going to be Mr. Fluff. You're going to get everything. You're going to get emotion that shouldn't be there. You're going to get emotion that should be there. I'm tired, y'all. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not mad at anybody in particular. What I'm saying is that there comes a point in Lions, like, we trust them, right? We trust them, and we should. They've earned it. At the same time, we cannot deny that our defense was number 29. The hole, let me tell y'all something. The hole was so big that after the absolutely stellar second half of the season, holding teams to under 10 points, we only moved up 3 spots. Do you realize that? Do you realize that? It was so bad at the beginning that we only moved up 3 spots. We got Cam. Fantastic signing. Our linebacker room is Malcolm Rodriguez better. That is it. We had Jarek Davis. I believe that the defensive line is the most important. I think you can have quote-unquote bums in your secondary and your defense can be number 1. Because if that defensive line, if a Nick Bosa, a Brandon Graham, if somebody gets to the quarterback and they throw up a duck, anybody can pick it off. Okay, Calvin, you got to look it up, bro. You have to go look it up because it's too much to name. I'd be cool with that. No true lockdown corner like Sauce in the draft. I'm just saying you don't need a lockdown corner. Presuming we don't get Chark or Williams, do you see the defensive tackle, the defensive lineman with Sig Johnson or Bijan with 18? You know what? I do. Because I think Dan Campbell and Brad, they love their D linemen. We've been on for 2 hours, bro. All right, I got to go. Calvin, you got to go look it. Yeah, they did more than that. They did more than that. And they're not done. They still, don't forget about the draft. They got draft picks for the next 2 years. They still have the 9th pick. So they still picking in the top 10. So, listen, again, Ken, no disrespect. And when you're in the chat, you don't know who's on the other side. So, you and my mom are the same age. But I don't want to be 65 and we have nothing. You know, you were once my age. And when you were my age in 2003, we had like Kevin Smith or something. Who was our quarterback? Charlie Batch? Hey, Ken, that's what I do, man. That's what I do. I'm just, I'm that guy. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired. I trust the team. I trust Sheila. They had to earn it. They had to earn my trust, and I trust them now. I'm just tired of losing. I'm tired of I don't want to be second anymore. I don't want to be second. Missing off on the playoffs devastated me. I was destroyed. The only reason I was able to get through that game is because my team got through the game. And I knew that these guys still had to play, and I wanted to support them and give them all that I had. I was devastated that we didn't make the playoffs. I am tired of losing. Dante Culpepper. If the Lions get Jalen Carter, I'm not mad. Obviously, they saw something. I want to be better, y'all. I don't want to start 1-6. I don't want to, I don't want to get dominated. I want to dominate. I want a defense that you're afraid of, deathly afraid of, like the San Francisco 49ers. I want it all. And that's what you hear. This was an explosive show, pun intended. But again, y'all, I appreciate you. I respect you. It's never directed at one person. And again, like when I hear chill, I don't think any Lions fan should be told to chill. I don't think that's like, y'all remember that song? If you play your cards right, everything's going to be all right. We don't have that here. We have no reason to feel that everything's going to be all right. Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell is 2 years into the job. They have earned our trust, but everything's going to be all right. We don't have that. We don't have any continuity. We don't have any sustainability. We have nothing. We have no NFC North title. There's nothing. Maybe the Packers can say that. We sure can't say everything's going to be all right because it never has been. It never has been. I don't think 2 years is enough time to base that everything's going to be all right. That a Lions fan should chill. No. And listen. Maybe this is too important to me. Maybe it means too much. People have died waiting on this team to do something. I have graduated high school, got married, got a divorce, got remarried, had a child. He's now 13. I saw Facebook posts from 10 years ago of me talking. I had the baby face. And I was still saying the same thing I'm saying now. The only difference between then and now is SOL is no longer my vocabulary. That's what it is. I trust this regime. I trust Sheila. I do. At the same time, we're not the only ones in the NFL, people. We're not the only ones in the NFC North. They're not going to lay down and take it and give it to us. We have to take it. We have to take it. The Packers didn't give it to us when they had Matt Flynn. And we had the Matthew Stafford. The NFL took it in Jerry World. Why? Because we didn't go take it. We have to take it, y'all. We can't just... I'm checking mine now. I woke up from a nap, checked out and freak out. Hey, Ken, I'm going to have to get one of those soon, man. Anyway, y'all. Again, I appreciate y'all. It ain't never personal. I'm just ready for my team to win. Anyway, I will see y'all Wednesday. Yeah, we got to figure out when free agency officially opens. Go Lions, man. That's the wrong one.
Hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.